Peter Magubane was born in Johannesburg, South Africa in 1932. He began taking photographs as a young boy with his first camera, a Kodak Brownie box. Magubane is responsible for many of the iconic images taken during the apartheid era. He worked for the Drum magazine as he risked his life for the sole purpose of photography. He is quoted as saying, "I want the world to see what is going on in South Africa. The only way to show the world was through pictures." He learned to take pictures in a stealthy manner so as not to get caught by police. He is even known for hiding a camera in a loaf of bread to hide from punishment. However, these secretive attempts proved futile when he was arrested in 1969 for photographing a demonstration outside of Winnie Mandela's jail cell. He was arrested and faced 586 days in solitary confinement. This photograph was taken in 1956 while Magubane was driving through a wealthy suburb of Johannesburg. The woman worked for this European girl's family and was watching out for the child. Notice how close this picture was taken. It was taken with a 35mm lens at a very close vantage point. Knowing the severity of the times and how much trouble he could get into for taking this photograph, Magubane snapped a few shots close up and went on with his drive. The lack of color brings out a shocking contrast in this photo. The bright white Europeans-only text emphasizes the dire atmosphere. This photo is both interpretive and ethically evaluative, as it leaves the viewer questioning the relationship while realizing the differences in classes and skin tones. This is a picture from the Sharpeville massacre that occurred on March 21, 1960. Around 7,000 protesters went to the police station in Transvaal, Africa to protest laws supporting segregation. Police soon opened fire, killing 69 and injuring 180 people. Magubane says he never asks for permission to take photos like this. He has taken so many photos of the dead and always apologizes after if he has offended anyone, but his main purpose was to get the photographs. This photo seems particularly filled with hatred. Magubane's forced perspective in this shows all of the backs of the police officers that have recently opened fire on thousands of innocent people turned to one of their most recent victims. Once again, the black and white brings a melancholy mood to this piece. The bright top lighting makes this murder scene even more dramatic and distressing. This is one photo that stands out to me the most. The way Magubane captured this Zionist church baptism ceremony in Soweto during the uprising is dramatic yet beautiful. The reflection of this pastor's congregation surrounding him in this small body of water is so clear it almost looks as if these people are in the water themselves. This photo demonstrates the rule of thirds quite well, as it has 3 direct planes. The bottom is pure water, the middle is the pastor and his congregation and their reflection, and the top is pure nature. The mix of the natural world and the praying of people in desperate times creates a sense of odd peace in the viewer. When I first saw this, it evoked a feeling of togetherness in me as well as a feeling of sorrow. This is a photo of the Sharpeville funeral held for those who were murdered during the massacre. The perspective Magubane creates in this photo makes it look like the coffins could go on for miles. He captures the look of pure sadness in the man's face towards the right of this picture, although the coffins make for the main subject, as they are in the direct middle of this piece. As one of the most distinguished award-winning photojournalists, Peter Magubane captures raw, emotional events in real time. Most of his photographs are taken without the subject's knowledge, making his creations genuine and even more heartbreaking.